Imagine turning everyday work moments, an overloaded inbox, a dense document, a scattered data set, into clear insights and compelling stories in minutes. In MS-4018, you'll see how Microsoft 365 Copilot becomes your thinking partner, helping you analyze information faster, uncover key takeaways, and present ideas with confidence across Word, PowerPoint, Excel, Teams, and more. Welcome to Draft, Analyze, and Present using Microsoft 365 Copilot. My name is Barbara Andrews, and I'm a Microsoft Technical Trainer here at Microsoft. If you'd like to follow along with this course, please use the link here on our slide. This course is your practical on-ramp to working smarter with Microsoft 365 Copilot, not by memorizing features, but by learning the prompt flows and patterns that actually drive results. In MS-4018, you'll explore how Copilot works across Word, PowerPoint, Excel, Outlook, Teams, and Copilot Chat, turning everyday tasks like drafting, analyzing, and presenting into faster, more confident outcomes. Whether you're a business user or a role-agnostic professional, this course helps you to understand how Copilot reasons over your work data versus web data, so you can ask better questions, get better outputs, and immediately apply Copilot to real-world productivity scenarios. This course takes you on a guided journey through the most impactful ways to use Microsoft 365 Copilot in your daily work, moving from foundational understanding to real hands-on application. Across these modules, you'll see how AI supports the full flow of your work, sparking ideas with chat, building compelling presentations and documents, running more productive meetings, uncovering insights from data, and transforming email from a time sink into a productivity driver. Each topic builds on the last, showing you how Copilot becomes a consistent partner across apps and scenarios, and helping you work faster, think clearer, and create with greater impact. Hello, everyone. Let's dive into a course designed to transform the way you work with everyday Microsoft 365 tools. Draft, Analyze, and Present with Microsoft 365 Copilot is all about unlocking the power of AI to help you think faster, write smarter, and present with confidence. You'll see how Copilot becomes more than an assistant. It becomes a creative partner. Whether you're shaping a first draft, extracting insights from complex content, or building a compelling presentation, you'll learn how to use Copilot to move from idea to impact with clarity and speed. By the end of this course, you'll not only know what Copilot can do, you'll be able to apply it immediately in your daily workflows to save time, elevate quality, and bring your best thinking forward. Let's get started and see what's possible with AI as it works alongside you. Welcome to Module 1. Today, you'll get a first look at how Microsoft 365 Copilot transforms everyday work, from drafting ideas to summarizing information to bringing clarity to complex tasks. Copilot becomes your AI partner, helping you work faster, think deeper, and focus on what matters most. Let's jump in and see how Copilot unlocks a smarter, more effortless way to get things done. Welcome to the start of your Copilot journey. In this module, you'll get a fast, exciting look at how Microsoft 365 Copilot blends the power of large language models with your Microsoft 365 data to completely reimagine how you work. You'll discover what Copilot is, how it works behind the scenes, and the core pieces that make it tick, and how Microsoft builds it responsibly from the ground up. Get ready. This is where the magic begins. Microsoft 365 Copilot represents a completely new way of working, one where AI and people collaborate seamlessly to accelerate ideas and clear away busy work. Because it's powered by large language models and your Microsoft Graph data, Copilot understands your context and helps you move faster with confidence. For example, in Outlook, Copilot can instantly summarize long email threads so that you can catch up in seconds, not minutes. In PowerPoint, it can condense text-heavy slides into cleaner, clearer visuals, helping you to deliver stories that land. And in Word, Copilot can rewrite paragraphs in different tones or styles, tailoring messages for leadership, customers, or your team with just a prompt. These are the kinds of small, high-impact accelerations that transform daily work. All of this is possible because Copilot operates within a trusted security framework. It uses real-time access to Microsoft Graph to generate responses that are accurate, relevant, and grounded in your work, always respecting the permissions you already have. Best practices start with giving Copilot strong prompts, reviewing AI-generated content before sending or presenting it, and using it to enhance, not replace, your judgment. With Microsoft's end-to-end commitment to security, compliance, and privacy, you can confidently use Copilot to streamline work, spark creativity, and bring your best ideas forward. When AI helps clear the noise, you get to focus on what really matters. Before organizations can tap into the power of Microsoft 365 Copilot, they need to ensure the right technical foundation is in place. And this setup directly supports real-world use cases. Copilot requires a prerequisite base license, such as Microsoft 365 E3, E5, Business Standard, or Business Premium, so it can securely integrate with your Microsoft 365 apps that you're already using every day. And with an Enter ID base account, Copilot can authenticate your identity and tailor responses to your role, your permissions, and your data. This enables powerful scenarios like Copilot in Outlook, helping you write engaging and concise emails and only showing you the email threads that you're authorized to see, or Copilot in Word, summarizing long documents with ready insights, giving you the information that you need right now to make decisions, while always staying inside your organization's security boundaries. To get the best result, Copilot also relies on having a OneDrive account and fully deploying Microsoft 365 apps. This ensures that your files, your drafts, and your presentations can be retrieved, analyzed, and enhanced in real time. This setup is what enables high-value use cases like Copilot and PowerPoint, condensing dense slides into a crisp storytelling deck, or transforming research notes into polished first drafts. Best practice here is to store your documents in OneDrive or SharePoint and keep Microsoft 365 apps updated and maintain clear file organization, because Copilot becomes dramatically more powerful when it has access to your well-structured content. Once these requirements are met, you'll be fully Copilot ready and able to work smarter, faster, and with far more impact across your daily workflows. Microsoft 365 Copilot works by deeply understanding your context, your content, your meetings, your messages, and your workflow, so it can support you at moments that matter most. Because it combines large language models with your work data, Copilot reduces our digital overload by surfacing exactly what we need when we need it. In Teams, it keeps you engaged in meetings and provides instant catch-ups for the ones you've missed. In Outlook, it helps you draft clear, professional responses in seconds. And in Word, Copilot works alongside you to draft, edit, and rewrite paragraphs in the right tone and style for impact, turning those blank pages from a barrier into a launch pad. Best practice here is to keep your documents stored in OneDrive or SharePoint and give Copilot clear prompts so it can deliver precise and contextual results. Copilot also transforms how you work by taking action on natural language commands, performing powerful searches, and generating insights that previously required hours of effort. In PowerPoint, you can start a brand new deck simply by describing your goal. Copilot will build the structure, condense heavy text, and shape a compelling narrative. In Excel, it can identify trends, create visualizations, and recommend actions, helping you to move from analysis to decision faster than ever. All of this is grounded in our enterprise-grade security, compliance, and privacy, ensuring that your data stays protected. And because you're always in control, you decide what to keep, what to change, when to override AI suggestions, maintaining the human judgment at the center of your work. Copilot brings the intelligence, you bring the direction. Microsoft 365 Copilot delivers its magic through a clear, secure, and sophisticated pipeline that turns your prompt into an actionable response. It all starts when you enter a prompt in an app, maybe asking Word to summarize a document, Excel to analyze trends, or even Teams to recap a meeting that you've missed. The prompt is immediately sent to Copilot, which then performs the crucial step called grounding. Here, Copilot uses Microsoft Graph plus optional web or domain-specific services to pull in calendars, meetings, emails, files, and organizational context. This grounding process sharpens, enriches, and clarifies your original request so that the final output is accurate, relevant, and tied specifically to your work. Best practice here is to be as clear as possible in your prompts and to keep your content stored in OneDrive or SharePoint so that Graph can provide the strongest grounding signals possible. Once Copilot understands your intent, it sends the modified prompt to the large language model, which generates a thoughtful, language-rich draft. But the process doesn't stop there. Copilot then post-processes the large language response, injecting real graph data for compliance, security, and accuracy. This step ensures that output respects permissions, aligns with Microsoft Purview policies, and avoids hallucinated details about your organization. Finally, Copilot returns the polished response to the app you're working in, where you remain fully in control. You can accept it, adjust it, or even try it again. This entire chain from grounding to compliance checks makes Copilot powerful, trustworthy, and enterprise-ready, enabling real-world use cases like summarizing complex email threads, generating new presentations from scratch, or extracting insights from spreadsheets with confidence and clarity. Microsoft 365 Copilot works by combining the power of large language models with advanced natural language processing to understand what you mean, not just what you type. It all starts when you enter a prompt in Word, Excel, Teams, or more. Copilot will go in and retrieve that input, and it uses tokenization to break your text into smaller, meaningful chunks. Then it applies semantic analysis to interpret context, whether you're asking Excel to highlight trends or asking Word to refine a paragraph. Sentiment analysis helps Copilot understand tone and intention, especially when drafting professional emails or summarizing customer feedback. And for multilingual organizations, language translation ensures Copilot can support global teams effortlessly. These natural language processing components bridge the gap between human language and machine understanding, enabling Copilot to respond accurately, naturally, and in ways that align with your workflow. Once Copilot understands the prompt, it enhances it through grounding, pulling from Microsoft Graph, optional web sources, and other services to provide context that makes your requests clearer and more actionable. Copilot then sends this enriched prompt to the large language model, receives a response, and post-processes it with confidence. And Microsoft Purview checks before sending it back to your app. This flow is what powers real-world use cases, generating first draft presentations in PowerPoint, summarizing meetings in Teams, analyzing data sets in Excel, and rewriting content in Word with precision and tone that match your intent. The best practice here is to store your content in OneDrive or SharePoint and give Copilot clear, specific prompts to maximize NLP accuracy. With these components working behind the scenes, Copilot becomes a truly intelligent partner, enhancing efficiency, accuracy, and creativity across the entire Microsoft 365 ecosystem. Microsoft 365 Copilot comes to life through the power of Microsoft Graph, the secure intelligence layer that unifies your files, meetings, chats, calendars, emails, and permissions. Graph is what allows Copilot to understand your work in context, so that when you ask Copilot to summarize a meeting, draft a document, or analyze a spreadsheet, it pulls only the information you're authorized to see and then synthesizes it responsibly. This is how Copilot can instantly turn a Teams conversation into next steps, pull insight from documents stored in OneDrive, or generate a data-driven summary of a report you collaborated on last week. Best practice here is to store your work in OneDrive or SharePoint and keep your content organized. The cleaner your workspace, the stronger the signals Graph can use to deliver accurate, actionable outputs. On top of that foundation sits Copilot Chat, your intelligent side-by-side AI assistant available across apps like Word, PowerPoint, Excel, OneNote, Outlook, and more. Copilot Chat not only answers questions, it understands the context of what you already have open. That means you can ask it to rewrite a section of a Word document, generate speaker notes for a PowerPoint slide, extract action items from an email thread, or even create a visual using image generation, all without switching tools. Features like Copilot Pages and File Upload let you go deeper, combining multiple sources into a rich summary and insights. Best practice here is to think of Copilot Chat as your command center. Ask questions, iterate, refine, and stay in control. With enterprise-grade security and compliance built in, Copilot becomes a powerful, trustworthy partner that amplifies your creativity and accelerates your daily work. Microsoft builds Microsoft 365 Copilot on a foundation of responsible, ethical, and transparent AI, ensuring every interaction is grounded in trust. Copilot's intelligence is powered by Microsoft's rigorous approach to fairness, working to reduce unintended bias so all users receive equitable experiences. Whether Copilot is summarizing customer feedback, drafting a proposal, or analyzing survey results, each capability is reinforced with reliability and safety, meaning Copilot is tested extensively to perform consistently across real-world scenarios you'd encounter in Teams meetings, Outlook threads, Word documents, or PowerPoint presentations. And because privacy and security are at the core of Microsoft's design, Copilot uses only the data that you're already permitted to access through Microsoft Graph. Your content never becomes part of the model. Your data stays your data. These principles extend into every use case Copilot supports. Through inclusiveness, Microsoft designs experiences that help everyone participate, like auto-generated summaries for meetings you couldn't attend, or rewritten content optimized for clarity and accessibility. Transparency ensures you always know when AI is assisting and why it made certain choices, helping you verify, refine, and stay in control. And accountability is built into Microsoft's AI lifecycle, aligning every component, large language models, graph integration, and Copilot Chat, with strict compliance, governance, and ethical standards. Best practice here is to treat Copilot as a partner, reviewing outputs, providing clear prompts, and applying your expertise as the final decision maker. With responsible AI at its core, Microsoft 365 Copilot empowers you to work faster, smarter, and more confidently without compromising trust or safety. Now it's time for our knowledge check. Question 1. What is Microsoft's approach to ensuring equal treatment for all users in their AI operations? Answer: Microsoft aims to eliminate biases, ensuring equal treatment for all users. Question 2. What is the role of large language models in Microsoft 365 Copilot? Answer: Large language models are used to understand user inputs and generate relevant responses. Question 3. Which Microsoft 365 Copilot component brings more context from user signals into the prompt, such as information from emails, chats, documents, meetings, and more, including data from services like Outlook, OneDrive, SharePoint, and Teams? And yes, you guessed it, Microsoft Graph. In this module, we explored how Microsoft 365 Copilot elevates everyday work, summarizing information, generating content, and analyzing data, and supporting creativity across all your favorite apps. You learned how Copilot's core working principles, grounding with Microsoft Graph, processing with the large language models, and returning secure, permission-aligned results enables fast, accurate, and context-aware assistance. We also reviewed the core components behind Copilot's intelligence: large language models, natural language processing, Microsoft Graph, and Copilot Chat, and how they combine to deliver natural, reliable, human-centered AI. Finally, we reinforced Microsoft's strong commitment to responsible AI, ensuring fairness, safety, privacy, transparency, and accountability in every interaction. With these as our foundation, you're ready to use Copilot confidently and unlock new levels of efficiency and impact in your daily work. To continue your learning, watch other videos in this course or explore more on Microsoft Learn at aka.ms/learn. Thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you in our next module.